maybe you or somebody around you have had an experience that seemed to be a spirit or a ghost, some anomalous experience. You're not the first one. Over thousands of years, we have many people who have narrated stories about seeing ghosts and spirits. I mean, these make great fireside tales. They are entertaining. They make nice books, nice movies, nice stories. But in actual fact, when you try to analyze them logically and scientifically, they don't make any sense. For example, if I tell you, for example, that I am seeing in front of me here an apple, all right, and you are not seeing it, what does that mean? If I can see it and you cannot see it and the rest of the people around you cannot see it, that means it only has a subjective existence. It doesn't exist objectively. If I'm the only one who can see it and nobody else can see it, then that means it has only a subjective existence. It only exists in my mind. I'm in some way or other projecting it. Now, we'll talk about why people see things that other people don't in another episode of this vlog. Now, we are talking here about spirits, and spirits, we assume they are spirits of dead people. Now, how can these spirits speak, hear, touch, move objects if their brain is not there, it is completely corrupted, if they have no eyes to see, if they have no ears to hear with, if they have no mouth and tongue and lungs to speak? How can they possibly move objects? How can they possibly speak? In the case of a person who is under anesthetic, for example, although he is still alive, or even if he's in a coma, if he's still alive, there are things that that person cannot do. They cannot move objects, they cannot speak, they cannot communicate, they cannot touch. Why? Because their organs, which are controlled by the brain, they are asleep. So how can a person who is dead with no eyes to see, how can he see? Even a blind person, a person whose eyes are not functioning properly, he cannot see. So how can a person who has no eyes at all, I mean, who's dead, who simply has sockets in his skull, can see? I mean, this doesn't make sense. And then there is the question of clothes. I mean, most of the ghosts we see, or we hear that people see, are wearing clothes probably that they wore when they were alive. Now, are there any spirit clothes in the spirit world? For example, do they have like wardrobes where they can choose clothes and put them on? Or do they have drawers with sheets with holes in them that they could put on themselves to look like ghosts? I mean, all this, when you try to analyze it logically, although people may say there are some things which are not necessarily logical, but, you know, I mean, we have to analyze things scientifically. If things exist in this world, they have to obey the rules of physics, the rules of this world. A person with dementia or Alzheimer's has no recognition, has no memories. So how can a person who is dead have memories if that person is dead and buried? I hope that this has made you think. I don't want you to agree with me completely. You don't have to agree, you know. But these are my thoughts. I'm trying to be objective here, and I believe that the truth will set us free. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions or comments, you can send an email here, skeptico@gmail.com, and I will try in future vlogs to talk about the subjects and to answer them.